Hello guys, this is Kai0411. So today I would like to make a video explaining a strategy using China or Zhu Xi, or in my language Zhu Xi, basically these two Chinese civs to fight against some civilizations who will likely go for 2TC and play a very defensive and passive playstyle. So I'm a new player. I'm not a new player to AOE4, but I'm rather new to this relatively higher rank level. I'm currently 1.6k, not the best in the world, or not even close. But I feel like when I search for Zhu Xi or China gameplays on YouTube, I feel like lots of the videos don't even get to the key point, explaining how to fight against this kind of civs. I'm sorry, just allow me to say something at the beginning, and then we will jump into the game. These civs, their common points are like they go for a 2TC, which likely at this version of the game you can hardly stop it. And then they have a strong castle age landmark, which makes you even harder to attack them when you age up to castle age, right? So today, in this video, I'm going to introduce this very useful, I would personally say useful strategy to fight against these 2TC defensive civs. In these circumstances, I'm referring to Jin Dynasty. I'm using Jin Dynasty, I'm sorry, in this game. I have another gameplay versus Lancaster. Lancaster and English are very typical 2TC civs that are very defensive because they have White Tower, right? Nobody can easily get into White Tower and kill the owner of White Tower. And what else I can think of is Tukluk. Tukluk, they have that fucking forts or castle or something, like the forts are also very strong when it comes to defending themselves. So basically, these are the four civs I can think of for now. There are another strategy to fight against some other 2TC civs like KT or Abbasid. These civs, you have another strategy. But today I'm going to introduce one strategy against these kind of very defensive 2TC playstyle. Okay, let's get started. Now let me open this map. So this is some video which is sort of let me speed it up. I would say not for pure beginners, because I'm not going to introduce explain how many villagers on food, how many villagers on gold, yada yada. I'm basically it's more like after that. In the mid game, I'm going to explain more. In the early phase of the game, it's just a very clean and neat pro scout build. But this, let me show this one. This villager split, I think some of you can refer to, because I feel like this is a very clean build. Okay, so I'm rallying more villagers onto the gold. So while this game is playing, I'm going to explain about the idea behind this whole strategy. If you are a Chinese or Zhu Xi player, you will likely face a situation where you have a lot of food income at the early stage of the game. You make lots of units, you get the map control, but when fighting against these kind of civs, they have a very strong defensive landmark. You feel like it's very hard to actually kill them. And because they go for 2 TC, you are on a timer, which means if you don't kill them before your time runs out, you will eventually lose the game, right? And in under this timer, lots of players made mistakes and sort of give away the whole game. The idea is like, I don't know if this is a proper or certain metaphor, which is like, imagine today is your lag day, and then you're gonna fuck someone, and you feel like, oh, at the beginning you feel like, okay, I can do this all day long. But after some time, you feel like, okay, oopsie, it's not going well as I expected. This is the point where you run out of food, because after you consume all the deer, all the sheep, or even the boar, there will be time you need to do farm transition if you play the game in another way. But in this game, I'm going to teach you how to siege push your opponent, and so that you can keep up the pressure. You don't need to invest your wood and gold into farms and what is that building? I don't know. This one. I don't know. The fucking giant mill or something. I don't know the English name of this one. I'm sorry. You don't have to invest your wood into this building and the farms. You just make more siege units, so that you still have the momentum and you can keep putting pressure on your opponent. It's like you can infinitely do over the night. You can do this all night. Okay, so let's speed up the game. Sorry, forgive me for my English speaking. I'm not a native speaker. Just because this guy, I realized that, okay, he's making this flower tower. I think it's called flower tower. He's making 2 TC. And there's really nothing I can do at the early stage. I just make 1 horseman to harass this, to stop this deer gathering. And then behind this, I'm pro scouting. And one strategy Zhu Xi can use, which I would like to explain here, is which I'm likely, if I have time and I feel like you want me to explain more about Zhu Xi playstyle, when to age up is okay. We can explain this later, but my rule of thumb is after I get this first patch of free units, when I get it, I stop making units and then I age up. Later, maybe in the next video, I can explain more. Okay, so keep pro scouting, keep getting the deers. In the meanwhile, I'm sort of, because after seeing the map, I don't want him to put his third age landmark, which is called Dragon Pavilion or something, Dragon Palace, I don't know the English name, here, because, or even here or something, like to defend this trade post and also the boar. I don't want him to put the Dragon Pavilion outside his base. So you will see later I'm going to patrol between this spot and this spot, just to keep an eye. So going fast. Okay, getting the pro scout. Definitely, he's making 2 TC, and in this game, ironically, he's the one who's making 2 TC, ages up faster than the player who is only making 1 TC. This is very, I don't know what to say. But I made some units, definitely, yes, I did make some units. Get the eco upgrades, and yeah, that's it. I think soon I'll get the first patch of free units. Yeah, make some palace guard and try to deny his deer. See, my horseman is here patrolling and trying to get his deer. And he's being very, very passive and defensive, making the Dragon Pavilion in his base. So basically all these TC has the security guard. We call it security guard. I think the name is 蒙安谋克, the knights. 蒙安谋克. Okay? So at this stage, even if I age up, I cannot like fighting against another civilization, which is to upgrade my zhuge nu and palace guard to upgrade them and get this 2 range, the second level of range armor, and then just dive in his base. I cannot because of this landmark. This landmark can be referred as a white tower, as a Tuklak fort, whatever. Like, this is invincible. Like, you cannot dive this, right? So at this stage, I'm sorry, at here I'm going to pause a bit and explain ideology behind this strategy, which is by making this landmark, it makes your opponent not damageable at this early stage of Castle Age. So your goal here is to, as you may know, because this video is for some more advanced player, to gather all the relics on the map as many as you can. So, given he is on 2TC, you are on a timer mentioned in the beginning, right? You are on a timer, means you need to kill your opponent before a certain like deadline. But by getting the relics in the map, you can gain more time because the relics are basically equal to 2 villagers on gold. You get more villagers on gold. And my strategy here is, since I have map control, since he's being very defensive, and since I'm getting nearly all the outside resources, especially food resources, I should be able to make more units. I'm going to age up, make some knights, and then help myself to get all the relics. And in lots of matchups, after getting the relics, you would like to go to Yuan Dynasty, and make the, what is this? This pagodas? I think pagodas, right? Pagodas, or this super fucking temple. To make these temples equal to 6 villager on different resources. And if you successfully get all the relics on the map, which you should at least get 4 in this certain matchups, you are actually, like with this supervision and tax system, you should be ahead of eco, even if your opponent is on 2TC. If you successfully get the relics, get into Yuan Dynasty, you should be ahead of eco. This is a little bit like complicated to some players if you do not like think of this, do not figure it out. Actually, you are not behind, you are ahead of eco. If you look at the resources per minute, it's clearly that I am ahead. And after collecting these relics, I will be even more ahead of eco for a certain period of time. So at this stage, what you want to do, okay, I just let the game play, is do not panic, do not rush or eager to kill your opponent. You play China or Zhu Xi, you are richer. You should be the one who is being patient. That's the story. That's the idea behind. Okay, I'm just making it faster. You will see how I get, and there's some of the details I paid myself to, which is trying to block the, what is that, ambassador to the trade post. Okay, trying to block this. I think eventually I didn't. He successfully made it, but I killed this. Okay, another new vocabulary. I killed this fucking shit. Okay. And behind this, I try myself to get the relics and making knights to control the map and help myself to get all the relics. And still very boring, he's staying at home because he thinks, okay, I'm on 2 TC, even if I lose the relics, it's a-okay because I'm ahead of villagers. And he's doing something even crazier. He is trying to make more TCs and let these TC to act like a front post, because actually all the TC have Meng'an due to this Dragon Pavilion. Okay, collecting the relics everywhere, making knights. See, I only have 1 knight for now, but soon I'll have more. And I'm stacking up resources. Okay, I already come into Yuan Dynasty. So this is the key point of this build. Because versus a 2 TC Civ, normally you will have more than enough units to defend your relics collection. And then you will have extra resources to get into Yuan Dynasty. This is a more strange matchups where my opponent nearly made 0 units. He's just making TCs. And in some matchups like English or Lancaster or even Tukluk, they're going to make a couple of units. Like English and Lancaster, likely they're going to make some spearmen trying to defend the relics, or at least 1 relic they want to fight for. And the Tukluk, maybe they're gonna make some small elephants trying to harass you. And at this stage, one key point is, what do I do with my cavalry I just made? Because to get the relics, we need to make knights, we need to make cavalry because they are more mobile, right? And after we collect all the relics, what should we do with these cavalry? I want you guys, it took me a lot of time to figure this out clearly, but I want you guys to ask yourself a question. Can you maneuver the knights or your horses like Louis MT, like Marine Lord, like those top pro players, or like, I don't know, Bobby Fischer, or I don't know, Magnus Carlsen, something? If you cannot, or your answer is not even close, I suggest another way of utilizing your cavalry, which is use your knights defensively. These knights are your firemen, because at this stage, your base is fairly open. And later, you want to do a siege push. Siege push is very slow and very, I don't know, it's very slow, let's say. I cannot find a word. If your opponent is smart enough, they will just run some cavalry, or like they will just harass your base, and you feel like, okay, I messed it up. So you don't want this to happen. What you should do is, instead of wasting your knights into your opponent's base, you can see he's very well defended for now. Instead of throwing your knights and trade them with some fucking peasants. Neither in the game nor in the reality you would like to do that, right? So use your knights as your firemen. Use them defensively. Use them to guard key resources. Use them to help yourself, to wall yourself first. And then you only leave 1 entrance. You will see what's going on next. I'm going to show right now. Get into Yuan Dynasty, making the temple. I think it's called temple, right? Or I don't know. Pagoda. Making pagodas. I'm getting more wood right now, I think. Yeah, pagoda. I'm being out of position, to be honest, for now. If my opponent made some nice to harass me, I'm going to take some damages, but fortunately he didn't. This is some bad decision. And very soon I realized, okay, I need to retreat, defend myself nicely, kill this trade post, and then start a siege push. Secure the board, okay. These relics into the pagodas equal 6 villagers on different resources. Here I have way, because this game I almost get 4 deer packs, so I have way more food than I should have. Kill this, wall myself, make myself immune to damage first. My opponent at this stage, because he doesn't have map control, he needs to make farms and build armies defensively to defend his TC economy. He is being very passive for now. And if we just run in like this, the security guards are going to just wipe us down because he just have way too much TC and towers. I think some of them have Meng'an what is that? It's equipped with those knights. Just put it like that. I'm sorry, forgive me. Okay, kill this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wall myself, put out 3, 4, 5 villagers into this middle sacred site, and then from here on make towers and a siege workshop. Make here as a what is that? Fortress, a front post for myself, and then from here start a siege push to kill my opponent. There's no point, actually. There's no point in contesting these secret sites for now. There's no point in doing that. This is wrong, guys. You shouldn't learn this. This is very stupid. So because a siege push, a successful siege push, you should put your siege workshop in the front line, closer to your opponent's base. Otherwise, you siege if it's moving from your base to the middle of the map, it's very vulnerable. I think I'm baited by this Jiangnan Ta, this landmark. I'm trying to utilize this, but actually I shouldn't because I just have way more resources than he does. And still, guys, do not panic. Do not just be patient. Do not rush in your opponent because he is very nicely defended for now. We need to use something, some siege, some trebuchets and siege units to remove the shell of this turtle. So at this moment, don't panic. Don't rush in. Just keep making units and keep making wall yourself. Here, I should have walled myself earlier than this game. I tried to wall this part, and I shouldn't utilize this siege workshop. I tried to make a front post, and then see how many units I have, actually. These units are way more than enough to defend my front post, but these units are not enough to run into my opponent's base. I think I deleted this, production building, and then I try myself to try to make some here. Yeah, these you can see I don't have good units control. Actually, I'm just a 1.6k. I'm not something like with higher skill or whatever. I'm just a normal random player. I'm nothing better in terms of macro control compared to my opponents, but I have a good strategy. And this is where you feel like, okay, I'm still I didn't spend enough food. Because this game, my food income is really good, really very good, because I almost get all the deer packs. But even if I only get 2 or 3 deer packs, and then even if I didn't get this board safely, I should still be able to set up this siege push with the eco getting from these temples and this temple, all the temples. I wall myself. Okay, I should have done it earlier. Just make these trebuchets. These towers, these TC, all these defensive landmarks and buildings cost him resources. So it's okay to invest some of your resources into trebuchets. It's okay, it's a fair trade, and you kill them for free. Actually, even if he has more eco units, like he has, even if he has this, I don't know, donkey villager and normal villager, he has more villagers than I do, I'm still not in a rush. Because now here, this is the time where he gradually he gets more resources than I do. I need to kill him in a short period of time. I should kill him soon. And in fact is, I can do it soon. He cannot contest this. Just keep him down. And once you get 3 trebuchets, maybe, you start to make this nest of bees. I think nest of bees, right? Nest of bees. And the other units, these, from now on, they are not units. They are just the meat wall for nest of bees. When you team fight with your opponent, you don't need to charge in or trying to kill your opponent with these meat units. You kill your opponent's army with these nest of bees. Later you will see how I maneuver my units, but still it's not perfect. It's not in, like, not even at the pro level or something. It's just very basic maneuver you can do. Make more siege. You can see myself is very nicely defended, and I have very good eco in terms of wood and gold, because I have lots of like passive gold, and I should have better wood income. This imperial official is stupid. Imagine I have 24 villagers on food. Imagine if it is supervised by an imperial official. How much food do I have? See, 1,000 per minute. I'm sort of kind of like running out of food gradually. But I have way more than enough units to fight against my opponents. This is the stage. See, I didn't rush in. I pulled my units back, surrounded my siege units, and then used my nest of bees to kill my opponent. But this game is rather weird. But this is what I explained is what you should do. These units should retreat, and from here it's like already a win for me. Demolish these TCVs, defensive landmarks. By time. You don't have to rush. He is the one who is under pressure. You don't have to rush. Yourself is not going to be harassed anymore, because you have walled yourself, you have outpost, you have the map control, and then just do it slowly. Once you get a certain amount of nest of bees, the nature of this game has changed. It becomes defend your nest of bees. Don't hurry. Just wait and push. Do not overcommit or do not like just leave your expensive and vulnerable siege units behind. Cover them with your units. Oh, by the way, I'm going to explain what units you should make. Ideally, you want to make crossbows because they are made of meat, food, and gold, right? And as China, with this much relics in pagoda and in the temples, you should be able to get a lot of passive gold, and also with imperial officials. With wood, I've already explained, because you have many villagers on wood and supervised by imperial official, you should get a very good wood income. So you make crossbows. Crossbows are bad against longbows, against archers, against horsemen. So what other units you want to make? Spearmen to fight against the horses, and then use the nest of bees to deal with the archers. Nest of bees are weak, and the spearmen are weak against men-at-arms, right? So use crossbow to kill the men-at-arms. So this is a very solid comp, which is spearmen, nest of bees, and crossbow. The reason why I made lots of horsemen is because this game, at the beginning, really I have way too much food so that I can spend it wherever I want. Okay. So this game, till here, it's already a win for me. I don't even need to show you because you can already see, like, I'm in a very good spot. Like, he's only mining gold and these gold cannot go into anywhere. The idea behind this strategy is playing as China or Zhu Xi, you don't have to be hurried. You don't need to kill your opponent if they are playing very defensively. Get yourself prepared, get yourself nicely walled and defended. In lots of games you want to and you can, get into Yuan Dynasty, get the relics into the pagodas, and then from then on make a front post and then do this siege push. Why siege push? Because in the middle of the game, playing as China or Zhu Xi, you will have extra wood and gold, but you will be very low on food. This is the nature of China. If you decide to transition to the mills and farm into farming eco, your temple is gone. Your opponent will catch up and they will have more units and they will control the map. And later you will need to worry, okay, how do I get the gold? How do I get out of the map? You will be overwhelmed by your opponent. But if you can invest your extra wood resources and gold resources into these siege units, you can keep up the momentum. You can keep up your cutting edge. You are still ahead in terms of military. So your opponent is under pressure from the beginning of this game until the end of it. So this is the idea behind this kind of matchup. I'm not saying this is going to work for every civilization, but working for China, I think is perfectly well, because China is born with better eco. I don't know if this game is designed like this. It's not my fault, I'm sorry. So when your opponent goes into more TC, you are not that behind. So you don't have to be in a rush. So I hope this video explained my strategy and my thoughts behind the strategy clearly. If you have any questions, if you have any more into details questions you would like, just leave it at the comments. And maybe after see your feedback and after see if it's needed, I'm going to do more videos about China and Zhu Xi, explaining different matchups. Actually, me myself, I have some quite good ideas to share about these two civilization playstyle. Okay, thank you for watching. Thank you for clicking into this stupid video. And I hope you guys can enjoy your life and game. Thanks.